So, hello, this is Discover Brightside, the video podcast, and we just are coming out of homecoming, and we have two Aggies. So, I'll let my Aggie introduce Renata.
Greetings to you all. We're so grateful that you've joined us on this most important day. We're thankful that we're here, and we're thankful that we're opening this podcast off to discuss and feature issues regarding children. Children are our future. They are our next era, and they create and will carve out. I often say that be careful what you teach a child because years from now, if you taught them right, they'll be running city government.
Yes. And your schools and your teachers.
Lights need to work, your utilities need to work, and all of the people that we've taught well will serve in our communities. And so we take that opportunity to make sure that we start this program regarding children. So, with that being said, hey, Aggie Bride!
Maggie Pie.
We're so happy to have on our show today Renata, and she's also a fellow alumnus of my university. I don't know what year. What year was it, Renata?
I
You
was there from 79 to I graduated in 82.
okay? Oh, okay,
83, I'm
okay,
sorry, 83.
okay, very good. So now you might think that's unusual that we put so much emphasis, and we're a very I don't know, we a small university, but an HBCU, but actually we're the largest African American university in America now.
That's right.
So with that being said, we come to a large history, and I got some history to prove it. But I want to make sure that I encourage each one of you, to play a vital role in what we can do to make our culture, our time, and our lives different. And with children, and especially regarding in inspiring them to read, reading, and if it's about the experience. I mean, if you
Mhm.
can get a child to read and think about the experiences and not be showered and shattered by their attempts. See, because I mean, a mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Mhm.
Inspiring children to think and consider, and it's incredible. It's incredible. And uh, uh, while Renata, we thank you for joining us, Joanne, and all the other contributors and authors who are encouraging children in their community to read. I mean, every child needs you. Every child needs you so that you can inspire them and not be fearful. So I thank you for joining us, Renata, and I hope this is going to be amazing. So we'll share the floor with you. Please share.
And also, I have to mention that she's a former librarian as well. So, what is a former librarian doing with being a
Yeah.
book author?
How about
So,
that?
welcome to the show, Renata. And we've done an interview with her, and I'll make sure that you have some of that interview links available so you can watch it with an in depth conversation with Renata. And we're just coming out of homecoming in Greensboro, and I was delighted to meet Renata on that trip. So over to you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me this morning. Thank you for that welcoming. My name is Reitha Morrison, and I am a former librarian. I was in the library. I worked in the library for 30 years. In the last 15 years, I worked as a youth services librarian. Um, I ordered books. I did story times. I did summer reading. So I know the importance of reading and how important it is. Um, Before I retired, I noticed there wasn't a lot of books. In fact, there was very few books on mental health for children, especially young children. So I thought, that's something that we need more books of. And as you know, today, we definitely need more books on mental health for young children. Um, so I decided to take a class that NAMI, NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Health, they offered a free class. So I took a class and they taught us how to deal with people with mental health. And adults are not the only one that suffer from mental health issues. Children do too. So that's my passion, children. So I decided to write a book, and the title of it is You Are Not Alone. And it's illustrated by Blueberry Illustrations. They did a marvelous job that reassures children that no matter how tough things get, there's always love, kindness, and support. This book is ideal for young readers ages 4 to 9 who needs a reassurance that they are loved and cherished. So my book is a rhyming book. I felt like when I was doing story time at the library, that captured a lot of children's attention. It's a serious matter, mental health, but it gets them involved and they kind of understand the flow. And there's three main characters. There's Zach, the little boy. He's about 5 or 6. There's Grandma, and then there's the therapist. So, so not to give the story away, but this is about a little boy who lives with his grandmother, and a lot of children do live with their grandparents. And he just one day he looks in the mirror day after day and say he wants to disappear. So that's alarming to me. Well, when I was writing it. So grandma hears the little boy, and she kind of just, go along. Everything will be all right. So throughout the day, he goes and he started acting out. And then grandma gets a phone call from the teacher. And so the teacher tells grandma what, the little boy's been doing. And so when he gets home, he didn't want to eat. He started writing on the walls. So grandma said, I know what to do. So she calls a therapist in. And that really helped Zach. It helped him to express how he was feeling. And then in return, he was able to express himself more. And he even taught his friends some of the strategies that the therapist taught him. So it's a very enlightening, colorful book. Um, I think every child needs to know that they are not alone. They need to talk to somebody. If it's not a therapist, they need to talk to an auntie. They need to talk to a grandpa. They need to talk to somebody to get some of those big emotions out. Because if they are in their head, it's just rolling around and rolling around. And then one day, if you don't get the right treatment, they're going to explode. Something terrible is going to happen. So this book needs to be in everybody's library, everybody's home. Do you all remember Flat Stanley by Jeff Brown? Well, I want my book to be like a Flat Stanley, where you can take that some of those strategies that are in the book, you can take it with you wherever you go. So you can find my book at Amazon and Barnes and Noble and check it out.
Right. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. This is so awesome because Stacy was just talking to us, and I'm glad she's still here,
Mhm.
about mental health and the stigma that people have in, to take a child to a therapist, because, even it gets written up in your school record, that you're seeing a therapist, and that could, hurt you, in the long run. But it is so important, and this goes back to us writing to the council, writing to our leadership teams, to make these sessions private because of HIPAA guidelines, and not make a child feel terrible about taking therapy. So this is a whole education process, and Renata's book is to encourage people to go see a therapist. And I think that you've really taken a step, because in the community there's all this stigma. about, going to see a therapist. But because of the world and the way the world is going, you better see a therapist,
Yeah.
and you better talk to someone at the school, and you better talk to someone at home, because you better fix those mental issues early and not wait till you become an adult. So thank you. I applaud you for taking this bold step to write a book like this. And I am going to end the session. We are on Discover Brightside. We're talking about emotional intelligence, and we're talking about prosperity. And I will come back in a minute. So let me stop recording.